What's up, everybody? I just have a couple of things that I need to do. Really quick, I'm just responding to some emails. But there's a lot of stuff to really talk about today, I think, at least. But yeah, let me quickly send something. I think that's good. Make sure everything's okay. We got 48 people watching. We got 10 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. Hopefully everything's good with the internet. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How long have you been talking? The stream just started. What? I've been talking for a while. I've been talking to people, some people in the Discord group. I'm getting 2 to 3 shares just. Yeah, I think today's going to be a pretty good day. And you look sleepy. I look sleepy? Oh, Discord. I got to do that. Yeah, I've been talking to people in there. Yesterday, I was talking to a lot of people. Fire hoodie. Thank you. The only thing is, like, my voice, I don't think is ready. Just because I haven't actually been talking to anybody this morning. I've been, like, text, I guess text chatting, I guess it's not really texting, but messaging. So, how do I join the Discord group? It's the first link in the description. It is $5, but there's a great group of people so far, and we're going to continue to grow this and have great conversations. We were just talking about Roblox, and I can tell you that I'm looking at getting into Roblox. Where is it? I put it somewhere here. There it is. I'm looking to get it into it. Just a couple of shares just to see how things are really working out. You know, there's gonna be something I watched today, and some people are saying that it could be a good buy. Others are saying that it's not going to be a good buy, that it's going to decrease a lot. And some people say that it's going to double in value or triple in value. Good morning, Vash. Yeah, I hope I don't really look exhausted. I mean, I'm pretty tired, but I'm always tired. Did you see AMC after market close? Yes, I was streaming after market close. Oh, you mean, yeah, I was streaming after market close. Gotta look at it. I need to check that out. What is this? Wow. This is actually increasing. Diego's increase. I don't know if you're watching the live, but if you are, looking pretty dang good. But you might see a sharp fall. I don't know the reason for that. We're all tired, bro. Well, it's been pretty hectic these past couple of weeks, especially this week. I mean, it's been really moving, and people are excited about it. I just got some free shares that cleared. ADT cleared, Ford cleared, GE cleared. I have a bunch of stocks that cleared and I'm actually going to sell those positions so that I have some buying power in other areas. And I think, I'm not sure, I might buy Roblox in Fidelity because I still have $100 open over there for some reason, but I'm not 100% sure. Did you get back in GME? No, I didn't get back in GME. I'm following it at this point and seeing what it actually does and where it ends up, because I'm interested in seeing what will be the end price or where it will hover around, because people are telling me that it's going to have a sharp fall, but I don't believe it will have a sharp fall. I believe that when it is up at that, when I believe that it was supposed to be at $100 or $200, and the fact that it's close to $300 is crazy, but when I believe that it was supposed to be to $100 or $200, I always said that it was going to hover around there because it's fueled by people rather than by businesses or things like that. And I feel like that's the best way to go, is being fueled by businesses, being fueled by people, because we continue to have that stock roll and continue to have that stock hover at the same spot. We're buying and selling at the same spot more, and it's different than institutions doing that, to where they do sell off at a large scale. Have you reopened your position in GME? I have not. Not at this moment. I mean, this would be the true definition of buying high and selling low, and I don't want to have that, because that means that I bought pretty much towards the lower end of things the first time, and then sold lower. But then if I bought now, it would be a true definition of buying high. Can't have that happen. It's doing nice. 620 ATM. Good morning, MP Stock Bandits. That's funny. I buy high all the time. If you come on, where'd it go? Come on, Jesus. If you know what I mean. I'm sure I do know what you mean. Thoughts on Roblox was thought Roblox was a video game. Yeah, I think that's a service, right? So the thing that we're excited about is the hype behind it, and not necessarily. Well, I guess we are excited about how much money they do make, what the value of the company actually is. Other investors valued the company. From what I've seen, I released a video last night talking about how it was valued, gave it a valuation of $29.9 billion, which some people thought might be a little high, and I thought might be a little high. The value of the stock is supposed to start at $45, which, yes, it is very high. So yeah, I think it's pretty tricky there. Pre-market sucks, always down. What do you mean? It's been up. Popular right now. It's been up. I mean, 7%, up 7%, up to $11.27. That's big. I know it did get up to $11.80. That was huge growth there. The GME is now hovering around that $283 mark on the open. This is gonna be crazy. If they open up above $300, it's gonna be really good. They were at 290 plus at pre-market. AMC at 1120 and GME at 277. Wow, that's pretty good in my opinion. And 41 cents. I bought it at 13 last week, so wow, that's really good. Let me see what's going on here. Whoops, why $16.40? $16.40. Why did I highlight $16.40? Workhorse group. So you're hoping for that low, which it looks like it has reached a low point here just based on history. Wow. And then now it's starting to really pull back or push back. So that's an interesting one. Hoping that'll get back up to this. But this drop down here was for what reason? That's what I want to know. Huh. Interesting. Oops, too late for GME. Yeah, it's at 285. It's pretty high. This would be the firm definition of chasing the stock. And at this point, you missed your opportunity. Actually, you missed your opportunity way back when. Because the big opportunity was to get in at $45. That would have been amazing for a lot of people, and then grow to this rate is just phenomenal. But AMC is doing pretty well. I thought that they would, push up a little bit more. I thought they would gap a little bit more. Let's see. I didn't see how it did in the right at 4 o'clock. Right at 4 o'clock, I guess it did gap up, or not really gap up. It did increase to $11.31. I expected a gap with all the interest, but it is up to $11.42. That's pretty good. The fear of missing out is strong with you. With me? No. Well, obviously you don't want to miss out, but the fear of missing out for me is not that strong, because if it was that strong, then I would have bought high at GME and ended up getting into that, or at 200 or at 250. We do have 340 people in here. If you could hit that like button, get it above 100 likes, that would be amazing. It'd be really good. Yeah, I guess I am really tired. I can feel my eyes starting to fall. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy Roblox on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy Roblox on Webull or Fidelity. Can we take a moment to imagine a GME 1 to 10 split? Yeah, that would be big. That would be huge, actually. Hasn't happened for AMC or GME. We just got a lot of retail buying pressure. Yeah, exactly. I'd be back in if I had that fear of missing out, but I'm not back in. And I told myself that I wouldn't go back in, and I could have easily got back in at 60, but I didn't, just because it showed that I wasn't, trying to sell low and buy high there. And even though that was a big opportunity to miss, I didn't think that it would go this high. So this was totally unpredictable. A lot of people are shocked by this. A lot of people are making money from it, and I'm happy for everybody that is making money. Is anybody actually making money from GME? Let me know your gains. I'm definitely interested to hear some of your gains. We have 366 people in here. If you could hit that like button, continue to drive those likes up. We are above 100 likes, so thank you for doing that. Remember, if you want to join the Discord group, it's in the description. First link in the description. Eyes is falling. What's eyes doing? Yeah, it's down 3%. Yesterday did have a pretty decent fall, but flattened out, a little bit of a recovery, and I think they were doing pretty well. And then obviously in the pre-market, it jumped from $15 to basically $20 again, and then fell. So I wouldn't say, well, it is falling compared to where it actually was. So it closed at $15.48, and it's falling down to $14.75, which is not that bad. I mean, you did have an increase from close to close of 31%. From open to close, though, it was a decrease. It opened at $18 yesterday, closed at $15. So even though it looked like an increase, it was still a decrease on the day. That's why I don't like seeing that. Like the stream and joined. I appreciate your honesty. So happy to support. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the kind words there. Is it too late for GME? At this point, yeah, it would be chasing it. Now there are people that will say, hey, go ahead and buy in and keep buying in. But at this point, I want to be honest with people, and you're starting to get to a territory to where it's like, is this buying high? Am I going to be stuck pretty much holding the bag just like a lot of other people were? Yes, probably, but I do have faith that we'll see, ups and downs with these positions. People are going to be talking about this, and it's going to be moving just like it was in the past. And I think it's probably going to fall again eventually and end up coming back. It's something that's fueled by retail investors rather than institutions. And yes, you do have some institutions that are looking to get in on the gains, but I think this is definitely something that will have its lows and highs. That I sold yesterday. Did you make a profit at least? Is it Proto? You make a profit? Because if you made a profit, then that's good. Even though it may have increased a heck of a lot, you still made something. I sort of discussed it with Roblox. My opinion on Roblox is that I really can't gauge exactly where it's going to go. People are saying that it might 2x the first day. Some people say it might 3x or 4x or 5x. It's starting to look like something that may just increase a little bit. Not really have the fuel, but if it does, I'll be in it. My position that I'm going to get in it is I'm going to buy 2 shares. And that's it. I'm going to hold on to that. And if it does increase a crazy amount, then I make some money. If it does decrease, then I could basically average down for the long haul, which I do think that they're going to be something of value in the long haul. Do I believe that they should be at $45 right now? It's a little high for me. But like I said, I will invest into it. AMC will be $30 to $45 and not fall. I think AMC will make its move. It hasn't even made its move yet. You look at what GME has done, and GME is pushing up to $200, $300, all the way up to $500 at one point. I truly believe that AMC has a lot more potential, and it's being held back still at this point. So I'm definitely looking for them to push up a lot. And like I said, my profit target will change as it starts to grow, but all I know is that right now the target is like 15. As I see it hover, hopefully I do see some, increases in pullbacks, because if that's the case, then I could basically take my profits, get in lower, and then be able to profit again. Yeah, I think Roblox is overvalued. AMC to the moon. Would you say it's, where's that? I'll go up here. Would you say it's wise to sell AMC bought at $6 when the market opens? Bought at $6 when the market opens and hope it will fall to at least $9 to buy back in, expecting the rise to $11. So you're saying basically you want to sell. You bought in at 6 right now, and you want to sell in order to capture your profits and then buy back in lower when it does decrease again. You want to try and time the market a little bit. Well, right now it hasn't really shown a history of pulling back. This is where I get a little scared for that. I think that it will continue to increase. You will see a little bit of a pullback in the morning like we've seen yesterday, but I don't believe that it might have that massive pullback that it did have in the past. You see what happened yesterday, nothing but increases. You did have this large, or not large, but you did have a decrease. It opened at 938 and went down to 922. That's basically nothing. So then it ended up pushing up and you had no decreases the whole entire day. The day before that, you had rarely any decreases. The only thing you did see was this up to $9.48 and then down here. Everything else was pretty much flat or increasing slowly. So I don't want you to get, yeah, you can capture your profits, but I don't want you to lose out on a huge situation where you could have gained a lot more money. I know you may be protecting your profits. You're probably looking at, I don't know how many shares you bought, but if you bought at $6 and right now you're at $11, if it opens at $11, then you're going to be sitting in a pretty good spot, especially if you bought thousands of shares. So it's really up to you on what you think the market is going to do. But in my opinion, from the last couple of days from history, you can see that it doesn't really have that decrease moment. There were times in the past where it did get up to $11 or close to $12, and it decreased sharply. The fact that it's not decreasing sharply, it's getting up to these points and then leveling out, is something that you can see as momentum, I guess. We have basically 500 people in here. If you could hit that like button and get it above 200 likes, that would be amazing. Is there another super chat? Did I miss one? No. I've had a limit order for 2 Roblox in to see how it feels. Anyone else riding with Matt to see how this one feels? Yeah, is anybody else looking to buy into Roblox? He's got a great question on the Discord group. Because I'm buying into 2 shares of Roblox just to see how everything rolls. It's not going to be anything that's crazy expensive. I'm not buying 100 or 1,000 shares thinking that it will 10x, because we don't know exactly what will happen. But I'm going to buy 2 shares, and if it does increase, then obviously I'll gain some money out of it. I'm not going to chase the stock and average up. I will average down, but I want to see how it rolls. I want to see how it's moving. Yes, yes, yes. For the long term, wait for a day. Set to buy 150 Roblox, 150 shares of Roblox. Be careful with that. I mean, if you're comfortable with, I'm not saying you would lose the money, but if you're comfortable with losing the money, then yeah, you're fine. But I'm in on it. Roblox at 45, and yeah. So I think a lot of people are with me. I think Roblox is going to be interesting, where you have a lot of people buy, and it is a meme position. This is why I hate to use this term, but I really don't know how to classify it. It is something that has that meme stock look to it. I'm always fearful of over valuation in the beginning. Yeah, 100%. And that's the way that I feel that it is for Roblox being at 45. but with the amount of hype behind it, you can feel like the valuation is high. But you remember, I don't think GME is valued at where it is. I think GME is doing something that's definitely beyond its value, but people are pushing it. And that's what I feel like will happen with Roblox. At what point does this become gambling? That's a good question. For a lot of this stuff, I wouldn't say it's really gambling. It's more or less trying to beat the hedge funds, right? Because beat the hedge funds at their own game. It depends what you call gambling, because technically if you go to the blackjack table, it's all rigged against you. If you go to whatever you're going to play, it's all rigged against you, right? You may win a couple of times, but it's all rigged for you to lose a bunch of your money. But I can tell you, Jesus, I can tell you that it's not gambling, because we're looking into all of the information to show that this is going to increase. We're looking at the short interest. We're looking at the amount of short shares available. We're looking at the amount of positions that are held. We're looking at a lot of information. So I wouldn't really classify this as gambling yet. Yes, it is unpredictable exactly what the stock market, what the stock is going to do, because whenever the hedge funds decide to cover, that's when we'll see a lot of the increase. Whenever people want to buy in, that's when we'll see a lot of the increase. And it's all based on the retail trader and the hedge fund. We have those variables there. So I wouldn't say that that it's gambling. Yes, you do have hedge funds that really control the market, billionaires that control the market, but as long as we stay strong, we can continue to grow this thing. And you see that, GME is pushing $300 at this point. Any thoughts on NEBC, the rover.com space? Wondering if I should buy in for the long term. I use Rover to find sitter for my dog, and I support the platform. I do as well. I use Rover to find a sitter for our dog. We pretty much have somebody set already. I think we went through Rover, and now we have a dog sitter that we contact all the time. So that space is great. The only thing is, like, I mean, right now you're not really seeing too much growth here. Yeah, let's look at 10,000 foot view. 10,000 foot view, you're not really seeing too much growth here. It's all downhill. It seems like it hasn't really found its true bottom yet. Maybe this $9.71 is the bottom, but if we look at that as something that's just abnormal, we're going to see that it hasn't really found its bottom yet. So if you're looking for an investing point, I mean, I don't see anything that's pushing me towards it. That's giving me great news. A lot of the analysts, what do they say? They don't have anything on this. But yeah, my opinion is that it just doesn't show me too much. I need history, and the history is not showing me enough here. The only thing this history is showing me is that it's well overvalued. So yes, I support rover.com. I support that platform and that space, but this is tough. The casino is opening in about 2 hours. What are you setting your limit at to get into Roblox? Will we even have a chance at 45? Yeah, I think you will have I think you will have a chance at 45. I mean, it might be quick, but you set your limit orders. There's going to be a lot of buy orders. I would love to see the bids from the start, to see what people are buying in right from the start, how many people are actually getting into it right at the open. So immediately when it opens, I'm not going to be watching AMC right away. I'm going to be watching Roblox. I want to see exactly what is happening. I set it at 45. If I don't get filled, then Oh, well, not super worried. What would be good is if you do see it open and immediately hit a market order, because then that will definitely get you in, hopefully at that price. The problem is if you have a difference between the bid and the ask by a lot, it might be really bad for you. GME loses 2 years in a row. What? Yeah, I would agree that GME, or sorry, Roblox is well overvalued. They should have um, priced it low, like $20, $25 would have been good as well. Where else have you invested? Tesla. Tesla, I didn't invest into it. I traded Tesla. I had six shares at one point when it was around, I think 600. Is it $630 or something? Yeah, $630, and drove it up to 690 and then sold. And then now it dropped down. Well, it dropped down to 500, which I wanted to get back in, but I didn't because I held Rocket. Rocket is supposed to be more of a swing trade for me. It hasn't really been working out there, so I'm looking to average down and scalp that down a little bit in order to bring the cost average down to maybe $30 or so. Because being at $25 and all of this green that we're seeing in the markets, it's not showing me that that it's going to do something big, and I want it to do something big. It's looking like a true pump and dump with a lot of short interest on it, or a lot of shorted shares on it, which doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, make sure everybody hits that like button. We got 570 people in here and 185 likes. Let's get that to 250. AMC is spiking. AMC is making a move. They're at 1160. See if we could pass that 1180 mark that we were at yesterday. That would be great. It is at these moments, it looks like it is being overbought on the RSI. Let's look at it from just today. It's getting close to being overbought. Getting right to that moment, right to 70, a little bit over 70. GME at 282. I only have 12 shares at 76 cost basis. Should have gotten more. Yeah, of course. Everybody thinks that you should get more. I'm so tempted to sell my RKT. I don't see anything also. Yeah, it's tough. I seen so much positivity with it, and you've seen how the setup was there. It had the volume, it had the shorted shares, it had the high rate to borrow. Like, it had a lot of things that really set up this whole entire thing, but it went completely downhill. And maybe it's behind what I'm thinking, and what I've seen from other people is that Rocket is behind where AMC and GME is now. If you look at what GME and AMC are doing right now, they went through a whole process to where they were at their low point, and then they started to increase as of late. Rocket literally just started on this uptrend a couple of days ago, so about a week ago, right? So if we're looking at a little bit more than that. So if we're looking at what happened during that time period, we've seen that increase, which we did see with an AMC or a GME, and then we've seen what's crazy is we did have a sharp decrease. And the reason why we did have this sharp decrease was because of, the markets crashing. So it wasn't mainly because of Rocket, it was the markets that were crashing, and it took the interest away from Rocket. And now you see it leveling out somewhere around this $25 mark, where Rocket could be a longer term hold to where it could easily get up to $30, $36, $38, something that you can make a lot of money from long term. But I don't want to hold my money into something that I would have to hold for, I don't know, 8 months, But Flashpoint Capital, great to see you in here. I haven't seen a YouTube video from you, man. I haven't seen one from you for a while. I've been waiting for that. I'm still subscribed to you, so I had a 5K winner on a $23 call just before the spike. Wow, that's good. I see. I'm not good at playing the options game. I'll tell you that. You've been super busy. Yeah, I've been. It has been really busy, especially with all the streaming. It's been busy for me, but it's good to see you in here. You have $23 calls for RKT. Gamma Squeeze coming for UWMC. Never heard of it. Doesn't look too promising. I mean, the last couple of days, right? Obviously, these days have been horrible based on the market being down. But it looks like it's flattened out. If you say there's a gamma squeeze coming, I mean, we'll have to research this a little bit more. I'll add this to my list, but I don't know. What makes you think that? Tell me the information behind it before I do my own research. I have 700 shares in AMC at $7 cost average. That's really good. So you're making a pretty good penny off that. What sucks is when you see that you're at that low point, you're like, why didn't I buy more? Why didn't I just buy the whole boat? You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, I could have bought 2,000 shares or 3,000 shares at $7. I could easily got that, but I didn't want to put everything in there. But it's increasing, crazy. When are you gonna do the video on dividends? You know what? I'll put that on my list to do the video on dividends today. I'm gonna upload one in the Patreon, and then I'll upload a smaller one, a shorter video in the on YouTube. So I'll add that to my list here. So I think I did add it to my list. I did. Patreon. Sorry about that. I know I got caught up with the Roblox thing and I never actually got to it. Funny thing is, I was actually thinking about it yesterday as I was making this video. YouTube. Cost is up 40%. Who in the world and what in the world? Cost is up 40%. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? How did I miss that out of my... Wow. Funny thing is, I seen costs down here at this lower level, down here at $13, and I was just like, is it worth it? Is it something that people are talking about? I didn't see a ton of people talking about it, but yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I was focused on AMC, and this is moving at almost 50%. See, now we're starting to see others. We see GME that jumped 50%. Now cost is jumping 50%, which you might see a little bit of a sell-off once it gets open, if it does stay there. Hopefully we see Rocket, AMC get to 50%. I would love to see AMC jump 50%. AMC cash out at $1,200 after the squeeze. I don't know if it's gonna. You're saying the price is gonna get to $1,200? I don't know if that's what will happen. AMC's pushing that. I would hope they can push past that 1180 mark. You can see that we have some sell orders at 1170, and that's why you would see it pull back. We have some sell orders at 1180, 1188, 1190. So we got a couple of walls, not huge walls, but we have some walls there. Yeah, I was looking at this earlier, and I need to see some more detail on what is happening. What's the reason for this increase? 100% buy. News. Tech stocks lead the market on Tuesday. So yeah, I need to do a little bit more research, but this is starting to pull back a little bit. Up 179% yesterday, 30% in the after hours market and pre-market. That's crazy. But yeah, cost is doing some work, up 60% now, up to $30 here. This is crazy. Now you're seeing some of the, yep, up to $30. Look at that. That's just ridiculous. Expect to report earnings March 10th after. So someone that said something about earnings. AMC Holdings is expected to report earnings on today after market close. So, and you see that the stock is jumping before close or before those earnings reports. The thing is, now it's starting to. Oh, that's Blackberry. I was going to say, what the heck happened here? All right, here we go. You can see it's up to $11.62. I am extremely tired. So far since purchase, right now I'm without any update with the close of $10.50. I'm up $2,000. Would love to be up a lot more on AMC, especially after witnessing what GME did, and with the lack of my investment, Thank you for the super chat. Is it R Donnie 316? I appreciate that a lot. Hey bro, so happy. I have 15,500 shares of AMC at $7 cost average. Holy cow. You've got to be kidding me right there. That's true profit hands right there. What watch you got on today? I have on a Fossil automatic watch. I don't know if you can see it. Fossil automatic watch, and it's actually kind of like a dual watch. It's automatic, but also has a battery in it, just in case. So my other automatic watches don't keep the time because I have to, obviously make sure I'm moving in order for it to. I could get a winder, but I don't have, I would have to get a lot of winders, and they tend to be expensive. Sometimes I don't want to spend money there. I'll spend money in other areas. I'd rather put $100 or $200 on different stocks than put it on a winder for a watch. I can wind it and set it whenever I want. I'll do a Wall Street bets post today. I'm cashing out at $14. Okay. I mean, to take your profits is great, you know. I think that there's definitely a lot more left on the table there, and I wouldn't cash out. I would just set maybe an order a stop loss if you want, if you wanted a firm stop at that point, or if you just wanted to get out, then I understand. Saw a streamer tell his audience AMC will hit 1K yesterday. It is dangerous to do things like that. Yes, 100%. I absolutely despise when people say that a stock is going to hit a crazy amount. Yes, I understand it could possibly go to the moon with all of these, retail traders that are pushing the stock. Any shorted shares that it does have, all of the different short information. I understand that, but telling someone that a stock that's $9 or $10 is going to go to $1,000 and for them to wait it out is going to be horrible. Obviously people need to take their profits. Wherever they feel they should take their profits, take your profits. It hurts because people are really following these people for advice, and they're like, oh, it's going to $1,000. And some people might actually believe you that it's going to $1,000. Now, in the case of GME, and you see that it did hit $500, but do you think that they're going to allow the same thing to happen to AMC? I don't think so. I think we could see a real big push up to $100 or $200, just realistically. Yes, it could always happen if they tend to double down and triple down and make these mistakes again and again and again, which sometimes hedge funds do. But it's very difficult to take that in. Every time I see it, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's all for the fact that you may want clicks or something like that. It's just like people that over exaggerated the stimulus situation. It was sorry, I was reading the comment. It was basically where people were saying, oh, we're getting $1,200 today or this week, and that never happened. And you can basically tell people that things are being approved, and then people go in there and they get disappointed. But they follow you for this information. Give them realistic information. This is why I always preach that, GME is obviously close to $300, so GME to $300, AMC to $15. I definitely see that this week. If we can see growth today, you've seen the growth that we had yesterday. If we can see the growth today open up at $12, I think we can easily push another $1 or $2 more and hopefully grow something like 50%. That would be amazing. We still haven't had that day to where AMC has grown over 20%. We've had a day to where it grew 13% yesterday, and then after hours it grew basically another, I don't even know how many it was, like 9-10% or so, and then ended up falling off, and now we're at 9%. So it's not something to where we've seen that 20% growth, and it's still there. And we definitely have the potential chance to hit 100, or 200 even. But to say 1,000, that's way far off than where we are. What's your biggest win so far, long term or short term? Biggest win so far. It was a small stock. Jesus. That's a good question. It was a small stock because there are some that hover around that $5,000 mark. So this will be the biggest win because I usually go for short-term gains. Typically, I'll go for $100 gain in a day or $200 gain in a day. I don't ever go for those larger gains. So swing trades usually aren't something that's that I do a lot. I always go for the more conservative route to where I'm looking to gain $100 a day. That's why it's a difficult question for me. But there was some in the beginning before I did all of this, and it was around $4,000, $5,000. I'm trying to think of exactly what it is. I did make recently $1,000 on an ETF. I invested about $25,000 in the SPHD a while ago, and I gained basically a little over $1 in value to where that price went up. But I'll have to get back to you on that because there's multiples. But it's not something that I do all the time. I'm mainly looking for, like I said, $100, $200 gain a day. I don't ever look for those large gains. Since I do day trade a lot, it's something where you accept a gain in multiple positions and what you had as a best day. Some of the best days that I had was on multiple positions to where I had over $1,300 of a gain. But one stock, yeah, I would have to get back to you on it. Always like the stream. I got manners. Thank you. I appreciate that. As soon as you get into the stream, you know, look at the situation, look at the video, and then like the stream or dislike. Do whatever you want. Just engage. You know, engagement is key. You can you know, comment all you want, but likes do matter. So hit that like button. Just given the options call volume, the stock utilization, and short share, along with the borrow interest fee, continue to rise along with the failure to deliver. For AMC, you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, everything seems to be going the right way for us in AMC, for a lot of the retail traders. I mean, being at, you know, 99, 100% utilization, and having the borrow fee rates increase is definitely something that we're seeing as a positive in our books. The only thing is that we haven't really seen those days. The amount of people that are holding this position, that are in this stock looking to push this up as high as possible, is just astronomical. So the fact that it's not increasing by 50% is kind of unbelievable to me. Kind of like what GME is doing and getting up to $300 is unbelievable to me. But yeah, I mean, we need to see those days to where it's a 20% day, 30% day, and we will see it. It just depends, you know, on when they feel like giving up. Yes, AMC. Yeah. What is AMC's price pre-market? Right now it's at $11.60. It did get up to a high in the pre-market. Let's scroll in. Let's try and look at it closely. It did get to a high in the pre-market of 1170, a high in the after-hours market, the total after-hours market of 1180. We want to push past those marks. We want to. It looks like it is resisting at those points, 1170, and that's never good. I would hope that we get up to that point. Maybe we can see it push past it. If we do see another touch point up here at 1170 or 1175 or whatever, you know that it is resisting up there and it can't get past it. What's up with this Ted Cruz thing that's going on here? We're talking about stocks here. AMC will fall tomorrow or later today. Why do you say that? There's nothing showing that it is going to fall. It's not a fast increase. It's a slow increase. What do I think AMC's high could be today? I think if we can open at $12, which is definitely possible. If we could open at $12, the high today could easily be $13.50 or $14. We could see big growth, and then if we do have that day to where we see that, bro, don't give him the spotlight. Yeah, I guess you're right. If we do see that point to where we have a 20% day, you know, we can easily push up. We can easily push up, you know, $2, because obviously, you know, 20% of 10. So, you gotta give us the receipts on a claim like that. So we have 823 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Get it up to 400 likes. seriously, if you're watching right now, just take a couple of seconds. I'll stop talking. Just take a couple of seconds, and people are saying puss up. But yeah, take a couple of seconds and just hit that like button. I'll stop talking and wait for you guys to hit the like button just to. There we go. All right, 400 likes is good. I'll take it. I will take it. If you guys are interested in the Discord link, I have a link in the description, the first link to where you can join the Discord group. Great group of people over there, really fun. I think I found a name, but I'm not 100% sure if it will stick. It looks like it's pretty good. I like it at least. $420 likes. Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, it's not paper hands. It's profit hands. Profit hands, Perry. Sell at the open and buy back in at the dip. This is the thing, is the last couple of days have not seen a true dip like that. I would agree to say that AMC is probably going to have a pretty good day to where it doesn't really take that dip, because we haven't seen it the past couple of days. And yeah, I know that we are steadily going up, and as you start to see those increases, those new highs that are created, you are going to see something of a dip. But I don't know about that. Where's the 15 moving average? Why do I not? It always goes away. I mean, you could see that it does pull back to the 15 moving average, but right now it's hovering around where the 15 moving average is. We're going to see that increase. I think it's going to be really good. If you keep saying this about Ted Cruz, I'm not a Ted Cruz fan, Republican or Democrat, it doesn't really matter. I will stop your comments and let's just dial it back a little bit. As a day trader, do you ever feel as it, I need to increase this. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm almost 30, so. As a day trader, do you ever feel as if sometimes the tax on gains isn't worth the sale? No, I don't. What is going on here? Did you see that? Did anybody see that? What in the world just happened? Do I ever feel like the tax is not worth the sale? No, I really do think that it's worth it, because yeah, you can say that. What I would do is I always put aside 50% of anything that I gain, no matter if it's YouTube or any type of passive income or just investing. I always put 50% aside because one, that's way too high from what I would actually get taxed. And no matter what, it's extra money. The thing about long-term investing, they only tax long-term investing less because it makes the stock market more predictable. They only put the pattern day trader rule in there because it makes the stock market more predictable. They want to secure any long-term gains for them, and they always preach the fact that, oh, if you invest in mutual funds, you'll make 5%. But 5% for you is a lot different than 5% for them. They're telling you to invest in long-term mutual funds and do all of that stuff to make their pockets fatter. Because, like I said, 5% for you is a little bit, but 5% for them is a heck of a lot. They're investing millions of dollars to gain that 5%. It's just like if you put money into a high interest savings account, which most of them really are only secured up to $200,000, $250,000. But if you put money into a high interest savings account, you can put $2,000 in there and gain 2% on that money. not as of today, but let's say you can gain 2% on that money, but a millionaire decides to put millions of dollars into those areas and they gain 2% on that. Who's, winning in that deal? One, the money's not going anywhere. They're not risking anything, but they're gaining 2%. They're trying to make it more predictable for them. If everybody was a day trader, the market would be ridiculous. It would be up and down. It would be very volatile, but they don't want that to happen. So with what's happening now with GME and AMC and all of these retail traders that are getting into positions that don't really make sense financially, it's making the stock market look less predictable in these areas, and it's making them panic. That's why it's all a game for them. And people always preach this, hey, you should get into mutual funds, you can gain 5%. Yes, it is a slow return and you can gain something slowly over a long period of time, but you're just padding their pockets. Yeah, you're investing into it and you're gaining 5%, you're gaining compound interest, but you are padding their pockets. All right, the Muffin Man, I'm gonna have to stop your comments. I'm sorry about that, but I have to. I'm gonna have to do it to somebody else. Antar, is it Antar? Antar AA. If you continue with this spamming, I'm gonna stop your comments as well. Yeah, I don't know what happened to AMC. Did you see that where it like went haywire pretty much? I don't know, the second you look at the chat, the chart is possessed by some kind of demon. Wanted to ask if you think it's too late to buy AMC. Mildly concerned with the chart demon. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. It dropped down to $11. Maybe they were trying to sell people out at certain positions. So they really manipulated it in order to buy people out at those positions because the utilization is high. Come on now, if people are gonna, all right. Can you block my comments for fun, sir? No, I'm not gonna do that unless you are spamming. Do you pay taxes on dividends? Yes, unless it's in a Roth IRA, but you do pay the taxes on the dividends. My wife loves you. I appreciate that. Tell her I said thank you. We have 925 people in here. If you could get it up to 500 likes. We're almost at 500 likes. We just have 30 likes to go. Just open a Webull account off of Matthew's last video and deposit $100, and the free stock got was Snap, worth $56 a share. Yeah, I received a share of Snap as well a while ago when it was like $60 a share. So yeah, if you guys are interested in joining the Discord group to where we do have a couple of chats, after the fact, talk about a few things. We are at 500 likes. Thank you for getting me to 500 likes. But if you are interested in the Discord group, it's the first link in the description. It is $5, but like I said, it's a great group of people. And we're going to continue to add people on. Hopefully with any name that we create, we get some merch. Do I have any good Swedish stocks? I don't at the moment. You might want to get some chat mods. It seems that way. It's starting to get to that point. It wasn't bad the last couple of days, but it's getting to that point. The computer parts on your Amazon store, is that for building your computer you're using right now? Yes. I built a computer, I think it was in May, I built a computer, and this computer is really good. Really good. And it doesn't cost that much. I would say the only thing that took it over the top was probably the RGB lighting a little bit, which you can get cheaper RGB lights, which I realized that after I bought them. But yeah, the computer, absolutely amazing. I would love to build another one because I have a simulator in my garage that I would like to have a really good computer for, that has a better graphics card than what my laptop has. My laptop obviously has a good one, but it's still lower tier to what I could get. Good luck getting a GPU these days. Yeah, you're right. It's been ridiculous. That's why I would have been build my other computer, but I can't because I want to buy certain parts that I can't buy literally anything for. It's not just the GPU, it's also motherboards, a lot of things that I can't get. Hit the like button, everybody. It looks like, see, this person's spamming with the right type of information. Hit that like button. But if you spam too much, I'm going to have to stop you. And it sucks to have to do that to someone that's telling people to hit the like button. Do you think AMC will buy back their shares? No. No. I definitely have a concern for executives selling their shares once it does hit a certain portion. I know they were saying that they received large bonuses, so they're not going to do that. But if it goes really, really high, I mean, there might be some people that try and take advantage of that. What are your thoughts on the upcoming AMC earnings report? I mean, if they beat what projections are, I understand they're going to lose money, right? Because they haven't been open for a while. But if they beat projections, either if they do that or they don't, I feel like no matter what, we're going to see this increase. People are still supporting it no matter what. You know what I mean? So I don't think it'll have a true effect on that. Right now, we're seeing a little bit of a dip here with AMC, from that 7 or that 1170 mark. It's a little bit of a dip. We're also seeing a little bit of a dip with GME. Costs, I mean, they went insane for a little bit, absolutely insane for a little bit, and they started leveling out here. So I'm hoping that Rocket has some sort of an increase, maybe Rocket's out to the moon, I still need to sell some of my ADT shares. So I think I'm gonna buy Roblox on Fidelity, which sucks because I would love to buy Roblox on Webull. You know what? Let me see if I can get this filled. I can only do limit orders. What's ADT doing? All right, fine. Let me see if I can sell these ADT shares, see if they can get filled. GME price prediction for today. GME might just go over 300. If we continue to see the positive movement here, yeah, they might have a pretty decent day here. I mean, they've been having a really good day for the past how many days? So 5 shares of GE. I don't think all these will get filled. Not now, at least. I mean, if they do, they do, but what are we sitting at? 49.50. Let me sell it less than what it is. These are my free shares that I received that I'm offing pretty much. Do I prefer day trading, day versus swing? I prefer day trading. You see a lot higher profits with swing trading. Day trading is more of like a consistent thing. Swing trading, you can basically trade one day and watch it. You obviously have to watch it for a while, but you watch it and then you take your profits and then you don't have to trade for the rest of the week if you don't want to. Do you think the amount of uneducated people investing in the stock market because they want to make a quick buck affect the price or even prevent it from squeezing because they sell too early? No, I don't. Because a lot of the uneducated people are following, in other people's footsteps, right? So people that are really uneducated, and if they do see like a massive loss and then they get back to where their break-even point is, yeah, they can sell. But most likely the people that don't know about this stuff are not buying thousands and thousands of shares. Altogether, they can possibly be buying millions of shares, but it's not something that will affect the overall value of the day or the overall, shares of the day. So people tend to get educated as they lose. So if they do end up selling low and all of that, they start to understand what was going on and what they did wrong. But I don't think it's truly affecting the squeeze. I think what's affecting the squeeze only is the fact that the hedge funds are trying to manipulate everything and bring the price down. So if they bring that price down, they're going to scare those same people out of their positions, or even people that are that understand the market. Obviously, I didn't get scared out of my position. I just got to a point where I felt like I can make more money elsewhere, and I got impatient. But yeah, I don't think that really affects it. I think it's more or less on what the hedge funds are controlling and what they're doing there. That's the only reason. Because right now we still have a ton of people that are holding. How many people that are holding AMC? It's absolutely crazy. Let's see what the analysts are saying. So 55% hold, 33% undervalue, 11% sell. I think it should be 100% hold. So yeah, that would be my opinion there. I don't know if these are going to actually sell here. Oh. Jeez. Roblox not supported on Robinhood. Well, that's not good. We have basically 1,000 people in here. Please hit that like button and get it above 700 likes. That would be really good. Any thoughts on Tilray? I think Tilray, one, they're making moves, right? They're starting to go back up to where they were. I did draw a trend line before, and let's see if it actually, I didn't Oh yeah, it's still there. It's starting to creep back up to that trend line. So we had a down market, and that was for the reason why it was decreasing so much. And now you can see over the last couple of days, it has been increasing, getting back up to that point. Almost the 15 moving average is almost over the 200 EMA, which is definitely a good point of, you know, a large increase, and that's what I'm hoping we could see. So yeah, I think we're going to be. I think this is going to be a good investment. I think anything that's cannabis related is a good investment long term there. Thank you for the sticker and the $3.99 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. That's funny. Is that coffee? Because I need some coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker though. Nah, GME 320 plus. GME is definitely gonna move. He has a he has a few in his store. How to day trade for a living is one he highly recommends. Yes, I 100% do. You know what? Let me go ahead and add a moderator now. Brad, would you like to be a moderator? Just to ask you. I don't want to make people moderators who don't want to be a moderator. It seems like you answer a lot of questions to people in the chat. You're really engaged. Can someone translate through typing? I'm deaf now from his sneeze. Was it loud? Was that sneeze really loud? Your thing? All right. There you go. You should see how I can get the likes up. Bill Schaefer. I'll continue to watch. I'm not going to add just like a ton of moderators. I think I'm going to add. Brad is just a clever spammer. Why would you say that? I think Brad's doing a great job of, you know, responding to other people. You know, basically people are asking like if I have any books they recommend. He's responding with those books. I think it's good to see that. So GME, just hold and keep buying AMC. Yeah. If you, this is where it kind of struggled. I struggle there because people are saying hold AMC, or hold GME and keep buying AMC and hold AMC as well. It's just not something that would you ever collab with Trades? Yeah, I would. But holding GME, I always think that people should take their profits. I mean, profits are something that we should really look at. Like I just don't. It just hurts me when people say, "Hey, just hold on in this position forever." It's something that you shouldn't do. You should take your profits when you feel like profit taking is necessary, and don't get upset when it does end up increasing a little bit more because you took profits, which a lot of people end up taking a loss. Your cough is gone at least. Well, yeah, I don't have that that cold that I had the other day or the other week. What price do you need to hit to trigger a short squeeze? I don't think you need to trigger a certain or get to a certain price in order to trigger the short squeeze. I think you just need to have everything else set up. You need all of the things to take place where you need the volume, you need a high interest rate, you need a borrow fee, right? The fee to borrow, you need that high or higher. High shorted share percentage. You need all of those things to really take place in order to see that massive squeeze. But right now we're seeing an increase in the borrow fee. We're seeing an increase in the amount of shorted shares out there, or not shorted shares available, but shorted shares that the hedge funds hold. Also, shorted shares available are starting to go down, and the amount of people that hold onto this position is crazy. So you might want to get some chat mods. I do have one already, but I'll get more. Hi Matt, I'm new here. What do you think about XPEV? Let's take a look at it. Thank you for the super chat, Sophia. Let's see, is it, you're thinking more of a long-term or short-term? So the only thing I like seeing about like this right here before I get into like the 10,000 foot view is that it does look like it's hitting a bottom, right? That $25 mark may be a bottom to where it is looking like it's starting to come up to that upside. And you want to see that 15 moving average cross that 200 EMA to indicate an uptrend, to indicate that it's going to increase in value. And the fact that you did have those large decreases means that it did possibly hit its bottom to where you could get a large gain out of it. So that's what I would like to see right here. You could see that it is being oversold at multiple times, but didn't let up. That's not the best sign, but we can look at, I guess we can't look at the volume here, but I'll look at the volume later. We can see that if we look at the 10,000 foot view, right, you can see that it did have, it was up at that $60 mark for quite some time, and it had a little bit of growth, flattened out. So yeah, all right, let's see, let's break this down. So we have a lot of growth over this period of time. If we're cutting this off, that would be about a month worth of gain. You did see a pretty good increase with this substantial increase here. This might be something that was overblown over a couple of days. This main growth right here is something that's not sustainable, and you are going to see that pullback. And the fact that we've seen a pullback to about where it was level makes a lot of sense. Right around, let's see, let's draw a trend line. Right around this point, nope. Right around, let's see, these points here. So somewhere around these points, I'm just going to draw, put a line there. You can see that the fact that it was level around that point was good. The increase that you did see over the last couple of, not the last couple of days, over this period, does look like it is a justified increase. It's not something that where you just seen this large increase here to where you see a large fall, but the slow, incline here is definitely a great bet. But then I don't know what happened to bring this down, but it does look like it is hitting somewhere around the bottom without factoring any news in here, just factoring in the chart information. You're going to see that this does look like a great sign to where it could get back up to that $40 mark, $43 mark in due time. So with these days, it's been something where it has decreased based on the down market. All of these days are not something that has an explanation behind it, but it's definitely showing that it's hitting its bottom, and it could possibly increase and cross over that 200 EMA to indicate that uptrend. So hopefully that does help. We have 1,003 people in here. I would love to get it to 700 likes. That would be phenomenal. Did you see the Motley Fool article in SNDL yesterday? One day they hate it, the next day they say it's amazing. They do that all the time. This is the thing that I don't like with Motley Fool, is the fact that they'll say, oh well, we talked about Amazon and we recommended Amazon way back when, but articles before that or articles after that, you're basically, is somebody spamming? Yeah, your articles before that and articles after that, you're basically, talking down on it. And that's what they do. They say, oh, we recommended it, but other days we pretty much hated it. They're not going to tell you that. That's why I don't like the Motley Fool. I don't like media. They try and say that they predict everything, but they don't. I hate Motley Fool. Yeah, I absolutely despise a lot of media. It's because they always try and say, I predict this, and we tell you when to get into something, and then 2 days later they tell you that you should get out of that. It's like, okay, you bring up one article of the time to where you said we recommend Amazon, but There's so many other times where you talk down on it. Let's see what AMC and GME are doing right now. So AMC is still hovering around that $11.31 mark. It is down from where it was at $11.60 or $11.70 actually. We're hoping that we can see some pretty good movement here, and in the last hour or so, we can see it really push up. At Matthew, a big like from me is equal to 1,000 likes. Well, tell that to the YouTube algorithm. I blocked some people in my feed before I got modded status, so don't. I don't see some of those people who are here now. Mention the name and I can go back to check them. Oh, it's fine. Whoever needed, if you feel like they needed to be blocked on your feed, then they probably needed to be blocked on my feed. They're just trying to get both sides of the trade. For Motley Fool, yeah. Would you be smart to buying at Roblox at the open? Like I've told people, and I'm not going to tell you to do exactly what I do. This is not financial advice. It's merely just my opinion. I'm going to buy 2 shares of Roblox to see how it does move. If it does increase and it does double, basically I'll gain $100, right? If it decreases, and then I'll probably add a little bit more into it and hold on to it for the long term. But I'm not going to add a crazy amount. I'm only going to buy 2 shares. This is where I made the mistake sometimes before, to where I buy the amount that I want to buy here without the thought of it possibly going down for a swing trade. Swing trades are a lot different than a day trade, and you need to look at it and say, does it have the possibility of going down the next day or the next day? Any filled? None was filled. Let's cancel these orders. I'll just do something when they open. But yeah, we have about an hour until the market opens. We have 1,000 people in here. Remember, hit the like button. I know all of you didn't hit it. It helps me out, helps you out. I just read that Roblox won't be available on some of the trading apps like Public until later in the afternoon. Any truth to this? I don't know. It's possible. Romance. Brad and Bill. It's possible. I haven't seen an article on that, but right now I can see that Roblox is here on Webull. I don't know if it will be available, but it is here. Let's see about that's not what I wanted. It looks like it will be available on Fidelity as well. But on Fidelity, it doesn't actually have a price listed. It just says that it's halted. Roblox is halted on, or it says it's suspended on Webull. Looks like AMC is still hovering around that $11.34 mark. Hopefully it can push back up. We need to see an increase over this last hour that we have here. Let's see, GME. GME did take a hit from 280 down to where's that at? 274 or so, and now is up to 278, 79. We are over 700 likes. Thank you everybody for hitting that like button. I appreciate it a lot. TD seems like you can trade Roblox in on the open. That's good to know. AMC, get those dividends. I didn't know AMC was still paying a dividend. I thought they did away with their dividend. I'm holding 500 shares of Naked Brand at 30 cents price average. Wow, when did you buy into that? I mean, it's only $1, but either way, I mean, you're still obviously up a lot. And it obviously at 30 cents, it doesn't really cost that much. But at what point did you buy into that? When did Naked Brand hit? Naked Brand hit like a pretty decent high, right? Like almost $2. That would have been good for you. What are your thoughts on the high short float interest of SNDL? Could there be a possible squeeze? I don't know about that. I mean, I think SNDL is pretty much going to follow every cannabis stock, every cannabis position. And I'm not saying that it won't happen. I just don't think that there will be a squeeze there. There will be slight increases, slight spikes that you do see, but I don't believe that there will be a squeeze. I think I just received a super chat. AMC should AMC. Should I buy it now or wait to market open? I'd probably wait until the market open. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. We may see a dip based on history. We do see a little bit of a dip in the morning in the first candlestick, but who knows how big that dip will be. The thing that I'm looking at as we look into this, we look into one day, you are seeing a little bit more of a dip than you did see yesterday, I believe. It's starting to get back to where it crosses over the 200 EMA line, which indicates a downward trend. And that's not necessarily a good thing to buy into. Do you podcast your YouTube stream? No, I don't. Like, do I split it up into different sections and put it out there as videos? That would probably be a good idea, but I don't do it. And I don't have times to where I talk about certain portions. I don't know. It just doesn't. I mean, it does seem like a great idea, but I would have to figure out the best method of doing that. Like maybe important clips or something. I don't really know how to do it, but I can break it down and post like maybe 5 other videos where I break down GME. Because if I do that, then I don't have to really record too much with my Sony A6100, which needs a lens cap on it. For some reason it's off. That's a good idea. So all right, so we have 1,000 people in here. Hit that like button. If you're interested in joining the Discord group, please click that link in the description. You can join it. People are chatting it up over there. I have $187 to trade. Should I buy in that case? Let's see. Okay. Uh, did not uh, did not AMC stop last year? What? Oh, you bought last year. You bought naked last year. I'm trying to keep up with these chats sometimes. $15 call for April is solid. Yeah, I'm not an options person. I haven't really gotten into options. I hear a lot of people talk about it and talk it up and how they can make so much money with options. I just haven't really gotten into it. I'm more of a day trader, and now I'm starting to really get into swing trading, and maybe I will take a look into options a little bit more because it seems like it's a point of interest for a lot of people. How many shares of AMC do you own? At what average? So let's log into, oh, we're already logged in here. You can see here, I have 200 shares of AMC at $9.25. And I also have shares on Fidelity. I have 1,690 shares, so a total of about 1,900 shares of AMC at a cost average of around $9.30. So right now I'm sitting pretty good with both accounts. Here I'm up $400 without at the close. So anything, if it opens at $11.26, I'll be up a lot more, close to $200 more. And over there, I'm up $1,900, but then at the open, if it opens up at $11.50 or so, I'll be about $4,000 up. I love options made over 1K on $170 investment on $13 calls. MRO. That's good. Yeah, I think that it definitely can play a big part in making a lot of profits. Obviously, you show for that. But yeah, I think I definitely need to take a look into it. People say that if I get into options, I'll stop investing in stocks, and I don't think that's the case. I try and do as much as I can in order to obviously be profitable in the market. So we'll see how that all plays out. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord group, you can definitely join it because you seem to know a lot about options, and I would love to learn some from you. So you should be making videos on this stuff, man. You should just like buckle down, record some videos on this stuff. It'll be good. What is swing trading? Swing trading is basically to where you take a position, you buy into a position, and you hold it for multiple days. And it's not saying you physically have to hold it for multiple days. It can go one day, just over the full 24 hours. Anything that you hold overnight is considered a swing trade. Now, if you do hold it for over a year, that's considered investing. It's long-term investing versus trading. But day trading is intraday. It will happen to where you buy it and sell before the market close. Still trying to learn swing trading and trading SPACs. Yeah, I think swing trading is definitely a little bit more difficult for me at least, because I don't like to see the fluctuation of the after hours market. That's where it gets me. The after hours market tends to be good and bad at times for no reason. Like it has no rhyme or reason to why it goes up and why it goes down at a massive scale. Like it's less volume, and you're seeing it go up at a crazy rate based on the limit orders that are coming in, because you can only put in limit orders in the after hours market, which I've rarely had things filled in the after hours market. So yeah. Why is Roblox suspended on Webull? It's only suspended so that like it's gonna open at the open, but it's suspended because it's supposed to open today, but that would make it have pre-market trading. And I guess it's suspended until the actual open, and then you'll see that price action move. Tesla is testing 700. Yeah, I would have loved to have gotten into Tesla. As you all know, I talk about Tesla all the time and how like they're a shoe-in to pretty much increase. They're going to go down to $600, $500, and they're going to increase to $600, $700 again. So people that missed the boat getting in at these low prices that it was at, at $554 or $538 from where it was at, you missed it. You missed the opportunity there. And I missed the opportunity too, just because my money was put into Rocket, I was going to say Bitcoin for some reason. I think I seen somebody say it. It was put into AMC. It's just put in places to where I want it, but I also would like to take advantage of Tesla. And by the time I deposit money, this whole entire thing is over. So I didn't end up doing that. And at Fidelity, I have a lot of money over there, but I don't want to move that because it's the AMC positions. What's the effect of the earnings on AMC? I don't think it's going to have much of an effect. I think either way, we're probably going to see an increase, whether they come back and beat earnings or beat projections, basically, because they're not going to, obviously, they're not making a lot of revenue, if any at all. Yeah, like I said, like Flash just said, I don't believe earnings will affect AMC today. I really don't. I need a day trade today. Any suggestions? I'm really holding AMC. It looks like everything is really up. So if you can see things that do decrease, I know it's a high price to pay, but Tesla has been doing some great work. The problem is that yesterday, for every stock, you really haven't seen much like volatility. You want to see that decrease so you can get in and see it pull back. You haven't really seen that at all. You haven't seen it pull away from the 15 moving average. It was just all uphill, which is not really like Tesla. You see some volatility there. Some volatility that you do see. Let's look at Rocket here. So Rocket here, I think you can find some upswings. I believe you can find some from like $25, maybe up to $27. Right now it hovers at $25, so you can see it fluctuate in between there if you pick your spot the right way. But mainly what I like to see is the pullback. So what I'll do is on the opposite side of this, I'll see it go down this way, pull away from the 15 moving average, and know that it's going to come back to the average, because most times it will come back to the average. Other times, a very rare chance will the average chase the stock. And if the stock flattens out, like say if it goes down and it flattens out here, then the average will chase the stock. But if you see it end up pulling back, more times than not, if you talk about chances, probably 80% chance that it will come back. So they have a 20% chance that you probably will lose there, but 80% chance that it will come back and you'll gain something quick. So that's what I'm looking for kind of today, just to, because I'm looking to get out of these positions and maybe I can put more money into Rocket to average down and then sell off those positions and then, see it go down again and, average down. That's what I'm looking to do. So we'll see how that plays out. But it will only be, it won't be that many shares. So you can see that ADT, I have $300, $500. So it wouldn't be that much money. It wouldn't be that many shares there at a $25 cost. Should I buy more AMC stock right now or wait until the market opens? I wouldn't say buy right now. It's at a high point of $11.30 something cents, I believe, unless it went up. $11.30 something cents. And it may possibly increase, but I don't want you to get stuck at a point to where you average up instead of averaging down or anything like that. Either way, I think you might be averaging up if you bought in way lower. I think if we see some consolidation today on AMC near resistance, that may be a sign that it will eventually crack resistance and would be a signal to buy. Yes. But I think we also need to see the volume and the look at the order books to see if we do see any other resistance levels above that, because it could be a time to buy at that point to where it breaks above that resistance. But if you have some really serious buy walls set up, like say, like if you look down here at the order books, you can see that we have a $11.50 buy wall. If we have buy walls like that, then we need to be aware of those, because yes, it will be a sign that it is bullish territory. But I believe that we are going to need to figure out where those walls are, where it's going to stop. But you're absolutely right, Flashpoint. You're absolutely right. Is it potentially worth averaging up to hold more shares? I never recommend, one, I don't recommend a lot of people, but I never recommend averaging up. And I don't like using absolutes either. But, you know, I don't recommend averaging up because it just makes your profits a little bit less. And I understand you can make your profits more by holding more shares. But if you held more shares at a lower cost average, obviously you can make a lot more money. Averaging up is a form of chasing the stock, and I never recommend chasing the stock, because chasing the stock just means that you're really trying to get in on all of the action, but the action may be over at that point. If you get into a form of chasing the stock, you're going to do that in multiple situations. You're going to see GME go up to $280. You're going to be that person that ended up chasing it up here at $283 when it only went up to 270 or 287, and now it dropped down to 276, below where you bought in at. So this is where it ends up being very difficult for people to chase the position. Right now, it's at a point to where it still hasn't, had lift off, and I still do believe that it's going to be up to that $15 mark, probably $13 today. But I just never really try and recommend averaging up. If you feel it's best for you and you feel like you want to hold more shares, then do what's best for you. But just know that I haven't recommended it. What does the order book tell us? Basically, it tells us at every point. So if you look at like $11, you look at $11.32, it's basically telling you what the buy orders are, how many buy orders are set up there, and how many sell orders are set up there. If we see a large wall, like say here, people are ready to buy at $11. We have 29,000 people that are ready to buy at $11 versus, I don't think they have it down here. They don't have it to $11 here, but versus probably like virtually nothing. Nobody wants to sell at $11. So what you're going to do is you're going to see that be set up as a potential wall to push back up. Set it as a support level that it will skyrocket back up. That's what I like to look at the order books for. It really comes in handy. What indicators does he use? I use a 15 moving average and a 200 EMA. 200 EMA indicates long-term action, and 15 moving average is more of the short-term. So you can see how the price is moving closer, a lot closer. Also watch HCMC. I've been told about this. I'm not an HCMC person. You know what? A Flashpoint Capital. I will make you a moderator if you want to become a moderator as well. Because one, I'm familiar with your work and your YouTube channel and all that stuff, so I know you're not a spammer. Hey, Matthew, you forgot the H. Are you in on? No, I'm not in on XELA. How did I cut it? I tried to cut it instead of copy. Sometimes your fingers get misplaced. But no, I'm not in on this. I did see the growth. Let's look at the last 5 days. I did see the growth, but I'm not in on this. I don't. I don't know the reason for this growth right here. I do see that it is hitting another touch point of $5, which may be an indication of, I want to see that crossover first. I want to see the 15. Actually, no, I don't. Sorry, I'm totally blanking here. I want to see that bounce back and indicate that uptrend again. So right now you do see it continuing where the 200 EMA is below the 15 moving average, and you've seen that wide range to where it does spread from it, but doesn't really break too far away from it. Besides when you get here, it breaks pretty far away, but then comes back to earth. As you see with this large growth that you did see from $6 to $8 or $9 basically. I'm not in on this, not yet at least, which I think you could have had a huge gain if you did invest somewhere around this point, but I don't know how many people knew about this. How many people are actually in on this position? Let's look at it, so I'll keep an eye on it. Reasons against AMC. Genuinely curious. Reasons why I'm against AMC, or reasons why you should be against AMC? I don't, like, what is the case to why it will increase? Has a $90 million contract. Interesting. But AMC, if I had to make both cases, I guess, AMC has a lot of people holding this position, right? And just that alone gives it a ton of value. Also, you have hedge funds that are going against this, right? So you have the shorted shares available that are really low, which means that they're holding a lot of shorted share positions. The fee to borrow is going up. There's a lot of different points that really point to the fact that this should be a valuable position to get into. Like everyone else is against the hedge funds, and we're all pushing into this position. The utilization is around like 100%, I believe, and it's just absolutely crazy. If you had anything against AMC, basically saying the other side, should you not invest into AMC? I wouldn't say that, but any reason that you wouldn't want to invest into it is just risk. I mean, the risk is huge for something like this, because a lot of people think of it as gambling. But to tell you the truth, if you invested low at this point, it was not risky. You're not really giving up anything. At this point, if you do start investing here, it tends to be a little bit more risky. The risk increases as it starts to grow, just like GME. GME is up at $277. The risk is that it's at $277. If it goes down to 40, you lost everything, So that's where it ends up being tough. But I think it could reach that $300 mark, could definitely push over $300 today. It looks like it's holding strong above, 270. So, yeah. And did a 3-to-1 reverse split. Stock trading is different now than 5 years ago. It's a media-driven game. AMC doesn't belong where it is. It's a huge popular play. I'm in. You're absolutely right, and I've been saying this. AMC, GME, costs, Rocket, they all really changed the game, but people don't realize who actually changed the game first. Tesla. Tesla was heavily shorted, and still is a position that people want to short because they think it's not valued at that position. And I understand. I don't believe it's that valuable, right? But the thing that does make it valuable is in the people. The people are pushing this thing forward and looking to support Tesla in every single way. That's why it's valuable, and it's different than it was in the past. We're looking at valuation, we're looking at earnings, we're looking at all these things in the past, but now we're looking at that as something as a secondary or third thing we're obviously looking at. when it comes to the stock price. The first thing we're looking at is how media driven is it? You know, are people talking about this all the time? Does it have a cult like following like Tesla does? So that's what people are looking at now, and Tesla pretty much changed the game here. If you actually look at it, Tesla was the first one to do this, and then now GME, AMC, costs, all of these positions are following. New DTC rule will play a factor in it as well. Yes, I do think it will play a huge factor in AMC as well. Just looking at that, it's huge. I think Elon Musk is worth it even more. Yeah, anything he says is going to completely like jump. You talk about Bitcoin, you talk about Dogecoin, you talk about all this stuff. It's huge. What's the future of AMC that's different to today? The thing that I like to talk about with all this stuff, with all of these meme positions, you look at what happened with Tesla, GameStop, AMC, for instance, right? Tesla, they got all of this money from the increase in their stock price, and their stock splits, all of this stuff that they did, and they're able to innovate, put more money into R&D, all of this other stuff. AMC put all of their money into paying off debts, paying off or paying executives so they don't sell their shares. Basically trying to improve the business. And GameStop is hiring new executives, changing their business plan. They're able to go from bankruptcy, the threat of bankruptcy, into something to where they can change the industry. This is what's crazy, and people think that they're not valuable. They're not valued up to this point, and I would agree they're not valued to this point, but it gives them the opportunity to get to that point of being that valuable. You know what I mean? So I think that people saying that GameStop is going to decrease a heck of a lot and never, get back up to $200 again, I think it can continue to hover around $200, to tell you the truth, with all of the word of mouth, the value that goes into the company, the change in their business process, their business plan, all of that stuff. It's definitely a plus. It's something that people don't normally see. You don't see an influx of capital and value come in the door that way, in my opinion. I'm testing 2 shares of Roblox on the open. So am I. I'm doing it that way. It looks like AMC is taking a little bit of a hit, going down to $11. It does have some buy walls set up at $15. Or sorry, not $15. 15,000 buy walls set up at, come on, let's keep updating. Wow, it's adjusting. Right now it's sitting at $11.08, but we do have some buy walls set up at 1080 and 1087. We have some buy walls too set up at $11, 44,000 shares at $11. So I don't think it's going to, yeah, you see how it really fought that $11 mark, and it's going to continue to fight that $11 mark. I don't really see many selling opportunities. You do have selling opportunities at $11.50, but that's very high compared to where it is now. So you're not going to see any of those being filled. GME, I believe, is not really taking a hit at all. That's actually staying steady somewhere around that $270 mark. It is starting to decrease a little bit. We have 30 minutes until the market opens. Roblox will take the attention away from AMC and GME. The thing is I don't know if we necessarily needed all of the volume. Blank there for a little bit. All of the volume, because I get stuck reading comments and I lose my train of thought. Somebody talking about gaming tournaments at AMC theaters. Pretty funny. But I don't think we needed all the volume, because you've seen some other days where we had low volume and we actually increased in price. So looks like who's on vacation? Amazon used to only sell books. Just saying. Yeah, 100% true. you guys think is a good investment? Trying to try changing your shocks-based thumbnails. I think you will get more views, and it looks like you are about to break down the latest team gossip. I'm about to. So what happened in today's team gossip? Like, for real, like, yeah, lipstick. Oh, it did break that. Wow. It did break past $11, so it broke past those buy walls that were set up. We do have some buying opportunities down here at $10.60, $10.70. I don't really see a lot of selling coming through. So is this manipulation? Look at the sell orders versus the buy orders, and we're seeing a decrease in the price. Can we say manipulation? Can we say it? Hey Perry, who's on first? I don't know what that means. Bro, this ain't no gossip channel. I'm shocked at what the price is, because the price was $300 at one point. I was hoping that we can open at, you know, $12, but it looks like now I'm just hoping that we can stay above 11. You see a lot of, you know, buying power in here, but less selling power. Definitely manipulation. I've been dealing with it for months. Yes, GME is losing in the pre-market gains. Hope not. It's possible that we could see some sort of manipulation here. Maybe the prices are getting too high. The rent is too damn high. I think that's what it was. Say hello to all the wives. Mine are standing here listening to you. Hello, Daryl Aggie? Don't know how to say it. Hello, wife of Daryl. Thank you for listening and watching. What program is this? This is Webull. The link is in the description. If you want to sign up and get 2 free stocks, you can use that link. All you have to do is deposit $100 and you'll get those free stocks. It'll take a while to clear, but it's free money. Black and white TV. Matthew, don't you trade pre-market? If not, why? The pre-market is not as liquid. So if I day trade pre-market or swing trade pre-market, I couldn't get out when I wanted to get out. I would only be able to fill partial positions. If I'm buying at a large scale, it's very difficult to do so. If you buy at a smaller scale, then you can definitely do it. But the problem is that it's just not as liquid. I don't like not being able to sell my positions. I want to get out like that. Like, it needs to go. If I feel like I need to get out, I need to get out. AMC is going down. Yeah, it's taking a little bit of a hit, but we do see it at $11 now, back again. What do you think? I'm so tired. It was Jimmy McMillan. The rent is too damn high. Why don't you wear more color? Often gray and black. What's your favorite color? Surprisingly, orange, but I don't wear it often. I have orange pair of shoes that I have that I wear. If I wear like all black, I'll wear like the orange shoes. I like a lot of my accent pieces to stand out. So if I'm wearing like a great watch, I like for it to stand out, but this one obviously is not brightly colored, so it's not something that will stand out. But yeah, while I'm home, I have been wearing a lot of sweatpants and sweatshirts. I don't wear any suits that are in my closet. I have a ton of suits that I don't wear anymore because I don't go to work. I work from home, so I don't have to wear a suit ever unless I physically have to go into the office. What's the update on AMC? Right now, AMC, it was up to a point to where it was $11.70. I don't know what happened to it in the last, maybe hour or so. It didn't look the best for the last hour, dropping down pretty significantly. But I really don't know how the open is going to go. Are we going to see a decrease? What are we looking at here? I know that cost is actually decreasing. It went from $30 down to $24, which is crazy. Tesla up to $700 at this point. So it's really pushing $700. So you see a lot of positions that are actually up, some that are taking a little bit of a hit down to 266. GME is losing a lot of its gains here, dropping from, that 296 mark. Actually, I think higher than that. No, not higher than that. 296 mark down to about 265 at the moment. What's the realistic point for AMC? I think AMC is going to get to something. I'm pushing for 12. Right now, we want it to open at 11. It's looking like it's taking a massive hit, which you might see a hit here. You might see a dip. And that'll be good for a lot of people to get into more positions. It'll give people the chance to get into more positions. We have about 21 minutes until the market opens. How tall am I? 6'2.5". I got 1K right now. Should I buy like 2 GME or 1K worth of AMC? I would say you probably have and I understand AMC or GME has a potential chance of growing, but it's just too high for me. Not saying I can't afford it. I just feel like it's going to decrease eventually. Sorry, we have you talking about AMC so much. Yeah, I talk about AMC a lot. Matt, course is actually. What? I'm not. I don't know. Okay, we don't need that in here. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button before it opens. 6'2", so you're really barely 6 foot. If you want to say that, then sure. My wife likes to say I'm 6'3", but I tell her that I'm actually 6'2.5". And on my license, on my license it says 6'3", but or I think I might have updated it to 6'2", and she got mad at me. I don't know. My license is upstairs, but sure. You can say I'm under 6 foot then if you want. We can play a basketball game and it'll be fun. My wife's boyfriend is 7'6". What is he, Yao Ming? I'm 5'9", and I tell everyone I'm 69. What? You're the man, but raise that conservative price target. Yeah, like I said, it's not something to where I'm actually selling at that point. So it's something to where I'm holding on to it, and I'll have my firm stop loss. So if it pulls back, like what it's doing right now, if it got up to $15, or let's say it got up to $15 and right here and passed up to $17, I would set my firm stop loss at $15. And if it pulls all the way back to $15, which it doesn't typically do in one day, you never really see it move that much, then I'll get stopped out, and I'll get stopped out with a gain. And if it does go up, it does go up. But it was something that I played it to where I can gain something significant out of it. I think that after / pre-market stuff is BS, considering the unprecedented public interest for the stock market. Just need to go and reasons against. Any reasons against? No, I would agree with you. I don't like the after hours market or pre-market. This is why I always try and day trade and trade intraday, because of the fact that the pre-market and after hours market just don't make sense all the time. And I don't like that. You see the lack of volume, but you see the interest. You see a lot of the people that are willing to buy, but for some reason the stock price goes down. Like AMC, so many people are buying. Why is this not going up? So many people are interested in this. So many orders are coming in. Why is this not going up here? That's what makes it seem like it's being manipulated, and it just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. The after hours market doesn't make sense. The interest is not there. So they're trying to bring the stock price down before the interest actually gets there when the market opens. So I think I'm going to buy 2 shares of Roblox on Fidelity and watch that sit. I wanted to buy it on Webull. I'm not 100% sure if I can there, because I have to exit out of these positions first. Let me see if I can easily close the position. Yeah, so that's where I stand. I would agree with you 100%. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to see what Roblox does first. Yeah, like I said, I'm investing in 2 shares so I don't really miss the boat if it does have any type of large increase, and I can gain a little bit of money out of it, and then I'll invest in more as time goes on. If I do see that it does decrease, I'll invest in more, but if it goes up, I'll gain a little bit of money out of it. If it goes down, I'll just average down. So that's my thought. And if you average down with, if it goes from $45 all the way down to $20, then yeah, you bought $100 worth of that stock, but you can easily buy a lot more in order to make that up. So if it goes from $45 down to, let's say, $10, I don't know what I said previously. I think I said $45 down to $100. But if it goes from $45 down to $10, then I'll be able to buy a lot more down there and basically surpass the amount of shares that I own there, and bring that cost average down a heck of a lot. Why would you ever sell Tesla? Well, yes, Harper. Okay. I'll take a look at it later, okay? Oh, I love that little girl. I haven't played a single ad in this whole entire thing. See, this is sometimes I tend to do that. I don't play an ad. Harper has entered the conversation. Why is every title of your video hard clickbait? It's not. I try to make it realistic. So there are some people that will have hard clickbait. I mainly just bring people in with what's actually happening. So AMC, I truly believe get to $15. And the way where it was pushing $12, it showed that it could have easily pushed 20% today in the open. So when I started it, thought that it would go up to that point. And GME was actually at $300. It was at $296. So I don't think it's clickbait. It's realistic. It's very realistic. I think your chat just fell in love even more with your channel. Being a girl dad is the best feeling in the world. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Play an ad and check what Harper wants to show you. Yeah, I'll take a look at it in a little bit, because I only stream for until 10 o'clock. So She wants to show me her shirt. She showed me it yesterday, and she showed me pretty much everything that she got from the dentist. It was pretty adorable. Literally everything. She would go back to her bag, grab her toothbrush, her toothpaste, and it was so funny. Dad to 3 girls. That's awesome. Is it clickbait if all I see on your YouTube is AMC and GME to the moon? You shouldn't only see that. I have other videos that I create as well, whether it's stimulus videos or any other videos. The thing that I didn't want to do is I want to keep people updated on AMC and GME, but I also want to post about other things. So when I post things like cannabis stocks or OCGN, or like what I posted last night with Roblox, there's a lot of things that are out there, and if I cover everything, I'll post 7 to 10 videos a day, and only 3 from what I hear get pushed in notifications. So it's basically like, 7 of those videos will not be, pushed to anybody. And people may still see it. It's not a problem where you won't get views, but it sucks at that point. I use E-Trade and E-Trade Pro and Schwab. How do you like Schwab? Not your YouTube, my YouTube. Why y'all here hate on Matt? Let him do his thing. Thank you, I appreciate that. Ugh. Sometimes you just need to stretch. Market's gonna open in what is it? 11 minutes. 11 minutes here. What are we looking at? GME. Let's look at AMC. Oh, that's Rocket. I hope Rocket does something good. It's looking like it was down, but now it's up. We can hopefully see this open around 11. I don't want to see this 200 EMA, or 215 moving average come down to this 200 EMA here. I want to see it stay above there and continue to move upward to increase the size of that. Roblox to the moon. Does Roblox open on the bell? I believe it does. I'm ready to buy it. Right now it is suspended still. We have 1,350 people in here, which is the high of quite some time. Please hit that like button. Get it above 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. If you're interested in joining the Discord group, it's the first link in the description. It is $5, but we have a great group, and obviously they're continuing to discuss things right now. So yeah, so as we grow that group, I think it'll be really, really awesome to see. And on the Patreon, I'll update people with different types of videos. I want to make videos on dividends, monthly dividends, any ones that I have out there, some different types of stuff. Some predictions that I may have, which on YouTube it's not financial advice. Over there it's more of a personal conversation we're having. Matthew, do you love us? I love all of you guys and gals. I love all of you. Of course, without you here, I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't be, doing all this live. And I would have never gone live on this channel because I haven't gone live before all of this. It wasn't something that I was really interested in, and I really didn't have the equipment until I got into streaming games. That's where it changed for me. But yeah, get this to 1,000 likes. We're almost there. We're about 33 away. So hit that like button. Trey stopped filming, so apes came here. Well, I hope so. Why did he stop? I can feel the love, man. The love is here. We love you back. Oh, I appreciate that. Do you think we are gonna have some big volume today? Pre-market volume seems higher than the last few days. Yeah, I can say that it definitely seems a lot higher than the last few days. So, do I think we're going to have some good volume? It looks like we may see some great volume with all the interest in the earnings report. People want to get in before it, and it seemed that way as of yesterday. You know, as of late, you can see that people really wanted to get in before the day started, and I think we're going to see a lot of volume. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to invest in Roblox. And I might put some more money into AMC if it does dip, but I don't want to bring up my cost average. If that does happen, you'll see me invest into Zomedica. I feel like I need to put some more into Zomedica. I'm up $40 here, which is a pretty decent amount. It's up to $2.14. I really think that this could double soon. I believe March 30th is the day for Trueforma, so I definitely want to take an interest on that. Webull, another update. I did see there was an update. Thank you for getting me 1,000 likes, guys. I appreciate that so much more than you know. But Webull did have another update. I believe it was 4.7, and I think they're going to have another update as well, up to 5.0. I just got to work and Trey logged out. Well, that's horrible. Maybe he has things he needs to do. I would love to be able to stream all day, but you know, obviously, you know, loving to talk to you guys and continue to have those conversations is a good thing. But I also love doing my job, right? Which this is technically my job as well. It's less of a job because it's more of just communicating to people. You know, it feels good to do that. So the market opens in 6 minutes. 6 minutes. We're going to see some pretty good things happen. Hopefully we see large increases. We see that 20% day that we needed from 4% right here to 20%. We need that skyrocketed. We need that all the way up as high as we possibly can. You know? He has to work a day job. Oh, in the Army. Okay. I feel like I knew that. That's got a, I'm not saying like it sucks to do it because obviously he loves it, but it's got to suck when you have like positions that are open and you get to a certain point and you feel like you wanted to sell at a certain point, and now you pretty much have to rely on limit orders in order to do that. I hate that so much. I love watching the market, understand where mine are, especially with swing trades. This is why day trading really works best for me, because I don't have to watch it like constantly or have updates that come through the door. What's your regular job? I'm a financial analyst for a hospital system. You guys sound like middle school girls talking about Trey. People came from over his channel and they like his analysis. He's a good guy. Is it a good idea to buy Roblox at the market? I'm going to buy 2 shares, and you don't have to copy what I do, but I'm going to buy 2 shares to see what it looks like. I'm going to buy 2 shares to see what it looks like. Yeah, I can show you my positions on Fidelity. But if it does increase, obviously it's going to be a good thing. If it decreases, then I will probably average down and hold on to it for a little bit because I feel like it could be valued as to where they may have put it, but it's not probably valued at that point now. I feel like it's a little high at 45, and it may end up catching, some pretty negative news, and that might not be good. But yeah, let me log into Fidelity real quick. Portfolio. Okay, so here is my Fidelity. So right now I'm sitting at total gain or loss. I'm up $1,900, and I'm sitting at a current value of 17,745. I still have 1,690 shares in Fidelity. A cost basis of $9.38. At which I'm not sure if I'm going to buy Roblox over here versus on Webull. Webull, I would have to make some sells first. Like I would have to sell some positions in order to do so. I just know I have a lot more average down money on Webull rather than on Fidelity. So yeah, that's where I stand with that. It looks like AMC is back above $11, which is definitely a good deal. Nice, Matthew. Most of my AMC is in Fidelity also. Oh, I'm not bragging. Are you talking about someone else? I'm not bragging. Someone asked me to see the volume because they probably want to see if I'm still holding the shares. And yeah, I am still holding the shares. I didn't sell anything in AMC. I just added to it. How do you feel about public app? I haven't ever used it. Price target for AMC. Today, I did believe that it was going to get to 15. It does look like it is increasing. I thought it was actually going to make a decent move today of like 20%. And it still might end up doing that, 20+%. It still might end up doing that from $12 at the open to 20% increase at the close, from open to close, not from close to close, because right now we're adding the percentage on top of where it will close. I'm talking about from where it opens. I would have loved to see it at $12 and then increase, a good 20, 30%. That's what I was looking for. We haven't had those days yet, and it looked like today was the day. Matt is in PA. Uncle Bruce is in Canada. What about Uncle Bruce? Why did you paper hand AMC? You mean GME? I didn't paper hand anything, first of all. I sold with a strategy, not because of, the fact that I was scared on GME. AMC, I still hold. What are your thoughts on SNDL? I think it's going to follow basically what everything else is doing, what every other cannabis position is doing. You can see that Tilray is making a big move made a big move of 7%. And the market is open. Oh my goodness. Let's see if Roblox is still suspended, so it hasn't actually done anything in the open. AMC is now making a move down. It's below $11 here. We see that GME is at 260. It's pushing down. It's pulling way back, way close to the 200 EMA. Do you think AMC has a bear trap coming? It could be possible. It could be possible. But I can't say that I fully see it, no. But it could be possible. We're back up above $11 here, which is definitely a great sign. Seeing that increase, that's good. Let's see if we can continue to push that up. You're seeing the same thing happen with GME. You're seeing it start to come back a little bit, start to push back. Costs, that was just up so high, and I'm surprised that it's staying up here. Rocket is making a little bit of a move up after that large drop down there. But AMC, it looks like it's really fighting. Let's see how much volume we're seeing here. 12 million shares. Look at the volume. You're telling me that out of 12 million people that we're seeing basically I guess it's in 5 minutes. Let's see what happened in the first minute. So the first minute, First minute was 11 million shares to the negative. Next was 1 million shares, 1.1. And now we're seeing 423 shares. Let's go back. So far in the first 2 minutes, we see 14 million volume so far. This is looking really good volume wise. Really pushing up, really making moves. GME is also up, $277, $278. AMC is making a little bit of a move. We do have sell walls set up for some odd reason. Nobody's selling. These are strategically placed. We do have these sell walls that are set up, but I think the buying power is going to surpass it. We need to see this crossover here. You know, we've seen that crossover at this point, but we need to see this crossover. We need to see the 15 moving average above the 200 EMA, and this is exactly what's happening. We're seeing that crossover. We need to get it up to $12 at this point. Roblox is still suspended. I don't see anything that's happening with them. I don't know when they're actually opening. We have 1,500 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button, and AMC will continue to go up. Matthew, I'm buying that PS5 with this AMC money. That's funny. I made you a banner and a profile pic, sending it via Instagram DMs. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. Let's continue to push this up. We need to hit $12 here. I think we're going to see some pretty decent movement here. GME is at $280. I think that can easily hit $300 the way that it moves, definitely. And what would have been great, and I understand people don't like me saying the day trading here would have been good to get in at this low point, get out at this high point, perfect. Make $20 per however many shares. 22 dislikes are paper hands. 22 dislikes are just people who don't like me. You get dislikes. You can't fault for anybody for disliking it. I want people to engage. If you want to dislike it, then dislike it. They're starting Roblox in the middle of the day. I didn't know that. That's good because now I can sell some of my positions in Webull and buy it over in here. We are seeing a little bit of an increase. We see this stair stepping up. Let's see if we can continue to see this positive movement. We are seeing 16 million in volume. We look at this. We had the first candlestick was 11.9 million. Jumped up to one, or not jumped up, but jumped down to 1.1, 1.2, 1.2, 1 million, and hopefully we can see another million here. Let's push this up. What's going on here? No decreasing, no selling. Now, if you want to take your profits, definitely take your profits. Most dislikes are probably fat fingers. What? Huge sell walls to break. Yeah, you can see these. Look at these. We have thousands of shares here at these. It's strategically placed. I mean, you have sell walls at every single cent. It's not like buy walls at every single cent. You have sell walls at every single cent here. So that's where you're seeing that push back down. So hopefully it hovers around where the 15 moving average can get close to the 200 EMA, so then we can see that crossover. Because we see that crossover, it will instantly indicate that we are on an uptrend here. So we're waiting for some more positivity. Cost actually is up to $26. Rocket is down yet again. And Rocket is the worst thing. But I'll hold out for Rocket. I think that they could be valuable for the long term, but I'll hold out for them. It was supposed to be more of a swing trade, thinking that they would increase from where I was up to $40 at least once, but they're doing nothing but dropping down. Roblox is not something that dislikes are issued by paper-handed puppies. What are your thoughts on PLTR? Still a good buy? What's happening right now with PLTR? I did look at it, I think, yesterday. We're seeing a little bit of an increase with, let me do a dual chart here. It's doing a little bit of something today. I can't remember what my thoughts were on this. I think it was to a point to where we did see this large decrease here, and we're almost like close to the bottom. Let me look at it from a larger view. So from a 100,000 foot view. Yeah, seeing that this did have a lot of strength in the beginning, and seeing the power here that it did hold up at this point, somewhere at this point. And yes, you did have this large increase here, but that's kind of just an anomaly. Like it's just not something that's real. So I look at that with that double top at that point, and I understand it did go higher, but I look at this as a double top and say that, oh, I was gonna say, what's going on here? I look at that double top and I say, yeah, it's not holding strong at that point. So it's gonna sell off and it's gonna get back down to where it should have been. And now we're starting to hit where the low actually was. We have these double touch points to where we're gonna see that increase. So you might see a lot of upward movement from here on out. We want to see that crossover from the 15 moving average to the 200 EMA in order to indicate an uptrend. So yeah, I think it's a good buy at this point, as long as the market stays pretty much bearish. Can you shortly describe EMA and MA lines? So basically, with all of these candlesticks, you have these points of moving average. The EMA is a weighted weighted average. So what it's going to do is basically tell you what the long term is going to be for that position. So a lot of times people will use that to predict where it's going to go. So if you do see that move away from the short term moving average, something that's 15 candlesticks or 15 days, if you're looking at a day chart, then it will indicate where it's going to go and indicate that upward trend, upward momentum or downward momentum. So a lot of times you'll use the moving average, a short-term moving average, for something that is a 15 moving average or 20 moving average or 25 moving average for something that is short-term, and a 200 EMA will be something that you will use for the long-term. Understand what it will be over a number of days versus what will happen today. Or if you're looking at intraday, you would say, what would the 200 EMA tell you out of this day? Is that throughout the day it looks like it's going to have an uptrend if it does end up crossing over at that point and start pulling away. Once it starts pulling away, the 200 or the 15 EMA or the 15 moving average will tell me that the price is basically being overbought to where the average is. So knowing that that's going to come back eventually, and if the average does chase the stock, which doesn't happen often, it does chase the stock, then you can end up gaining less money or losing more money. But most cases, it's long-term versus short-term. What program am I using? This is Webull. The link is in the description. All you have to do is hit the link, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get free stocks, 2 free stocks. Since you're upset of RKT, that means upset about RKT, that means buy. It has to get out of this trend, and it's expected. Yeah, I 100% agree. That's why I'm seeing RKT at this low point, and I'm excited about AMC because it's not starting to pull back, but it was at 11.50. I want to see that hit that $12 mark. But yeah, I can say that Rocket, let's go back to where it should be, wherever this is. Yeah, I would say that Rocket is definitely a little bit disappointing. It is at a low point. It seems to hit that $24, $25 mark multiple times during multiple days. So that means that it's a good buy at the low of 23, 24, 25. Great buy point for this. You can get up to $27, up to $30. Long term, it's going to be a good decision. And I do still believe that it has more, and it's not full squeeze potential, but slight squeeze potential to push up to 40, 50, 60, 70, $80 because of the fact that it is a heavily shorted position. So I still have faith in RKT. This is why I'm holding on to it, and I'm looking to average down as time goes on. So if it stays at this $23 mark, then, you know, once I do put more money into there, I'll average more down. And that's the plan. But AMC is now moving. I got a baby crying upstairs. She's so sad. Oh, she's so sad. What do you think about the light shed report about AMC? I didn't see that. AMC rocket just took off. It's definitely making a move. It's at $11.70, 79 cents. It needs to push past that $11.80 mark from where it was hitting in the pre-market and after hours market. If it can push past that, I think that will be not smooth sailing, but it will be past a solid resistance point where you can see that 11.79 was something that it was fighting. There we go. Just push past it. We're seeing some good movement here with AMC. Let's bring up, wow, it's really pushing up to $11.90. Can we push $12? $12, here we come. Come on, what are you doing? You're going the wrong way. You are going the wrong way here. We have 1,500 people in here. Please hit that like button. Get it up to those likes. We'll get over $12. Come on, what are you doing here? Now it's pulling back a little bit, which is understandable. It is pulling far away from the 200 or the 15 moving average. You can see how far it is pulling away. So eventually it will come back to earth, whether this will chase or, you know, this will pull back very hard. It is jumping up quite a bit, so do expect that to come back a little bit. But as it goes on, as the minutes go on, this starts to increase and starts to continue to go up. So if we see those continue to jump, we're going to see it start to trend up that way. And then, yes, it will come back down, but it'll come back down to $11.80 rather than $11.40. So check out fuel cell energy. What's fuel cell energy doing? Up 15% today, up $2.03. Oh, let's move it over here. Let's do this. GameStop's doing some big things, just like AMC's doing, but AMC is about to push that $12 mark. Let's get past it. Let's do it. $12 has to be such a high. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. $12 is 72,000 shares. Jesus. There's a wall of 72,000 shares. If we can get past that, that's a huge wall. $74,000 shares. Oh, there we go. We just got past $12. There we go. See, I'm late here because I have a little latency, not too much, but I have a little lag. Now we're really pushing up. They're setting up new walls. Look, they're setting up new walls here. You're gonna see it. $12.11. We're really seeing some movement here. You see what I mean? If people would have sold at the open and expecting a dip, look at this. We're not seeing any type of dip here. And that's where I didn't want anybody to get, you know, pulled out of the position and end up, you know, making less money than what they would hope to make. Because it's pushing up. $12. At this point, I'm up $5,000. I was supposed to do that here. I need to check fuel cell energy. I'm still on it. FuelCell Energy is making a pretty decent move today, right? They're making a really good move up to $17 from the open. They opened at $16.77, up $1 over the after hours market. Though they're up quite a bit as well. They're up a total of 15% or $2.40 from where it closed previously, and they're pretty much following what AMC is doing as well. You can see this. Wow. But it's definitely a big move here. I can say with this, if you're not already in it, I feel like it's too late for someone like me. It is pulling back down to $12, below $12 at this point. Like I said, this 15 moving average, it has to come back to earth sooner or later, whether it increases crazy amount and then ends up leveling out, or it continues to increase and then ends up coming back to this 15 moving average. As the minutes go on and this continues to move up here, we're going to see the moving average line be at a higher and higher point. So yeah, hovering around $12. It's definitely working around $12. Did push up to $12.30, which is really good. $12 is a new support. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, $12 is a support level, a huge support level. We have a lot of people buying at $12, 6,000 orders, almost 7,000 orders. 7,000 orders at that $12 mark. So it's a new support that's there. Definitely a new support level, $12. But we're really making moves here. All the way up to $12.28. You think AMC will dip again? I think they'll have these slight dips. Eventually it will dip. Right now, if you're talking about slight dips, it's going to come back to this 200 moving average. I just don't know when. So it's really pulling away. Oh, here we go. You see that candlestick right there? If it finishes at the lower half, then you're going to basically see that it is more of a bearish candlestick. Even though it is positive, it's more of a bearish candlestick, and indicating that it might be really fighting at that point and end up pulling down a little bit for that next candlestick. It kind of finished halfway through. Up, now it dropped down. Look at this. Get up to 250. Get up to 250. Where's GME? What's GME doing? Here we go. GME is making moves very close to 300. Do you still think that my $15 prediction is clickbait, or do you believe that it still could happen with what's happening today? So I try to do things that are realistic, man. I try to do things that are realistic. Do you think GameStop will drop? This is where it ends up. It ends up being very tricky to tell you whether it will drop, because people want to know when they need to get out. You know, should I get out now because I'm making a lot of money, right? So that's the difficult part, is getting out. It looks like AMC is actually pulling back. Do we have any buy orders? We have buy orders for GME at 285. Let's see what AMC we have. We have 11,000 orders at $12, which is not a huge buy wall. It's bigger than what we see everywhere else. That's definitely a support level at that $12 mark. I don't know why I put it at $11.99. Still at $11.99. Now it's at $12.01. That's a 12. Okay, perfect. You know, I'm up 70 on AMC. Do I still hold until 20? That's up to you. Whenever you want to take your profits, definitely take your profits. I'm not going to be the one to tell you to hold forever. You don't need to hold forever. It did break below that point, broke below $12. Let's take that away. Broke below $12 here. And like I said, it's going to get back to that that level right there, the 15 moving average. Maybe at this point, or it might be the next point. It might be over. Basically meaning that the low of the low, for me at least, would be that 1185 mark if it does end up moving to the next point, the next minute. Best advice any trader can give. Yeah, I really don't care about anybody that's saying, you know, hey, you know, don't sell anything, don't, you know, or whatever. But sorry, I'm reading another comment talking about GME, and I'll get to that. Dana, I'll get to that. But yeah, I try and tell people to take their profits, just because some people will hold on and hold the bag until they, you know, lose all of their money and say, oh, you know what, it's going to come back up. It's going to come back up. But if you can, take your profits. I'm not going to. Which author for How to Day Trade for a Living? His name is Andrew Aziz. He actually has a YouTube channel where he doesn't do any more personal uploads anymore from what I've seen. I still follow his channel. But yeah. Is AMD cheap right now? Not AMC. AMD. Check AMD. I'll check it over here. We can see that they're pulling back quite a bit. Still above 11 where it opened, you know, but come on. There we go. All right, so is AMD cheap right now? Let's look. It's currently at $79.45. Let's look at the 3-month. It does look like it's close to where a low is and may have a pullback. Let's look at previous lows, because previous lows will tell you exactly what you need to hear when it comes to that. So let's look at. Okay, so previous lows were around $73.62. So it looks like, looking at where it's touching here, you can see that it is pretty low. It may get up to a point of $99 again, right? And you can gain a decent amount of money from it. But right now it's somewhere in between that, right? So you have it, instead of being at $73, it's now at $79. It's still not at its lowest point, but you might have missed the point at the lowest point, and now it's on the uptrend. So I wouldn't say that it's low, it's lowish, but it's not the lowest it could be. So hopefully that helps. Remember, anybody wants to join my Discord group, it's in the description, the first link. It does cost $5. We have a great group of people so far. We just started it, and yeah, I think they have some great conversations without me, with me. It's just a really good community so far. So definitely check that out. Yeah, I'm using Webull. The link is in my description. If you want to sign up for it, you get 2 free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. So let's see. Rocket is actually making a little bit of a move here. I'm happy about that. Making a little bit of a move. Chipping away at that loss down here. You see $1,500 of a loss. AMC, I'm up $500 over here. I'm up $4,500 on Fidelity. And wait, I wanted to get out of some of my ADT shares. I wanted to get out of all these shares while I have time, because I do want to do something in more. Market order. I don't care about making a profit there. It was a free stock. All a free stock. Let's see, I got 4 shares here. Give me a second, guys. Let me just set up my market orders. What am I doing? Oh, I'm still on GE. Come on, man. Give it the times. There we go. I'm going to sell Ford. How do I see Roblox, when Roblox will go live? I will look up some information. I'll definitely, talk about it in the Discord group because I'm going to stop streaming in like 3 minutes. So it's not something where I'm streaming all day. Once I stop, I will figure that out in the Discord group and send you guys something. Get out of Ford, sell market, sell ADT, $47. These are not positions that I wanted to get into. These are free stocks that I received from Webull. So I'm selling all these and getting the money so that I can put it into other areas. You can put orders in Roblox through Webull. Right now it's still suspended. So we don't have any actual orders in there yet. But yeah, that's where I stand with it. So let me go through this and then do any type of outro, and then I got to get out of here. But let's look at popular stocks right now. We can see that AMC, let's go back to one grid. We can see that AMC is now hovering at $11.80. Typically when I go off of live, hopefully it continues to, increase there. We see it up at that $12 mark, $13 mark. GME is at $282. It did get to a high of $294. Hopefully it will push $300 as well. Costs definitely made a huge move today, even pushed up to $29 at the open, which is good. Rocket is making a little bit of a move, starting to pull back a little bit. I did see an indication that it was going to increase here. Tesla's above $700. Roblox is still suspended. It's not going to go live for a little bit. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Come on, man. I'm going to remove that person. I'm pretty sure Brad's already on it, but I'm going to remove it. There we go. You're on it. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. All right. But make sure you hit the like button on this video before you guys leave. Hit the subscribe button. Check out any of the videos that I posted today or yesterday on Roblox or on AMC. Let me know what you think. Also, if you want to join the Discord group, the link is the first link in the description. It does cost $5, but we have a great group of people. And if you want this platform, Webull, click the link in the description for Webull, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get free stocks. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'll try and do a stream later. I'm not 100% sure, but this was a great one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.